Have you ever had a moment in life where you see a question and think, that question's kind of dumb, but then you think about it more and more and realize that it's actually a brilliant little question? Well, today I've got one. Thanks to Faz No Shat on my Discord server, I want to see how long you can survive in lava in survival Minecraft. On the surface, this feels like a basic question. You jump in, take damage, and die. But then the gears start turning. How much does armor affect the answer? How much do enchantments, items, beacons, and more? Well, today we're going to answer this silly little question as much as we can. And spoiler alert, just so you know I'm being serious, the answer is well in excess of a full day. Not a 20-minute Minecraft day, mind you, but a full 24 hours. Actually, it's a lot more than that. So let's go ahead and let's jump right into it. How long can you last in lava? To answer this question, we need a controlled testing environment. I mean, I could just jump into some lava, start a stopwatch, and call it good. But as the answer gets increasingly more complex, we're gonna need a system, which is what I've set up here. Using command blocks, I've rigged a system where as soon as I press this button, lava gets placed within the hole that I'm standing in, and at the exact same time, a scoreboard counter begins counting up. For every 20 ticks that elapse, 1 second has passed. So, to start off this experiment, we'll be wearing nothing. We'll have natural health regeneration turned off, and we'll have a saturation effect that prevents our hunger from going down at all. You'll find out why later on. So, as we jump in and hit the button, we live for exactly 40 ticks, or 2 full seconds. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm just kidding. We're only just getting started. So now the question evolves. There's a lot of things that we can do to increase how long we'll live in lava. To start off, armor. How does armor affect the answer? By itself, actually not all that much. With a full set of leather armor, we last for 3 seconds instead of the original 2. With iron, we last for 4 seconds. With diamond, we last for 6 seconds. And with netherite armor, we still only last for 6 seconds. However, one interesting note about netherite is that it does not take durability damage from fire and lava at all. But for now, let's experiment with both diamond and netherite armor. Next up, enchantments. What is the best enchantment combination possible for this experiment? For that, I want to test 2 separate items. My first instinct was to just throw Fire Protection 4 on every single piece of netherite armor and run the test. With that setup, we get a grand total of 600 ticks, or 30 seconds. Obviously a big improvement, but then something occurred to me. During earlier versions of Minecraft Java Edition, it was possible to enchant diamond armor with both Fire Protection 4 and Protection 4 at the same time. If you had some of this armor on your Minecraft world, could you last longer than 600 ticks? Well, actually, to my amazement, no. With both Fire Protection 4 and Protection 4 on every piece of diamond armor, we actually only last 590 ticks, or 29.5 seconds. While it's never been possible to apply both enchantments to netherite armor at the same time, because it's indestructible for the purposes of this experiment, we'll be sticking with full Fire Protection 4 netherite armor. While a 0.833% difference might not appear like much, and while it seems like we should probably continue to test diamond armor for this experiment, just in case anything weird happens, because diamond armor isn't unbreakable to fire damage like netherite is, and because I mentioned before that the final result is over 1 full day, we would need mending on every single diamond armor piece, alongside having stacks on stacks of experience bottles in our inventory to keep the armor repaired, which is not ideal for reasons that I'm gonna get into pretty soon. So for that reason, we're done testing diamond armor. As a side experiment though, I tried removing Fire Protection 4 from the netherite chestplate and replacing it with Protection 4 to see if the results changed at all. But they don't. you only need Fire Protection 4 on one of the items, so long as the other 3 have at least Protection 4 as well, and no amount of other enchantments will change that. Because of that, and for the sake of simplicity, we'll be sticking with a full set of Fire Protection 4 netherite armor. So yeah, what's next? Beacons. Next up are beacons. Within the beacon block, there exists 2 effects that we can apply to ourselves that will increase how long we survive in lava. By constructing a compatible 10x9 base pyramid, we can power 2 beacons at the same time, one of which will provide us with the Resistance 2 effect, and the other will provide Regeneration 1. So, how long do we last now? At this point in the experiment, this is when I realized the answer was increasing exponentially. Before we turned on beacons, we lasted for 600 ticks, or 30 seconds, but now we get roughly between 2,540 and 2,590 ticks, or just over 2 minutes. If I had to guess, I would hypothesize that the randomness in our results is the product of the regeneration effect ticking at different times depending on when we initially jump into the lava. All things considered though, not bad at all. But if you thought 2 minutes was impressive, wait until we add consumables. Throughout this experiment, I've set natural health regeneration to be off, but saturation to be infinite. Why though? The reason for that is to normalize the experiment. I didn't want starvation or the idiosyncrasies of how hunger saturation affects health regeneration to play a role in this experiment. But for those of you who are curious, with natural health regeneration on and infinite saturation disabled, we last for 2,930 ticks, or 2 minutes and 26.5 seconds. This surprised me. I legitimately expected the drawbacks of hunger to outweigh the regeneration effects that you get from having a full hunger meter. Within the new Minecraft combat snapshots, this might actually be the case. But in Minecraft 1.16, we last over 10% longer. But at this point in the experiment, it doesn't even matter. Why, might you ask? Well, let's consider what sorts of consumables exist within Minecraft to further increase how long we can stay alive for. In my mind, there are 2 extremely obvious candidates: an extended fire protection potion lasting 8 minutes, and enchanted golden apples, which provide a fire resistance effect that lasts for 5 minutes. Whenever the fire resistance effect is active, you don't take damage within the lava at all, which also means if you stand perfectly still, your hunger won't go down at all either, almost entirely negating the need for armor. While fire protection potions might seem tempting since they last the longest, and filling all 37 available inventory slots with extended fire protection potions will provide an additional 5 hours of survivability, enchanted golden apples stack to 64 items per slot. So, what happens when you take the duration of a single notch apple, multiply it by 64 to get a stack, and then multiply it again by all 37 inventory slots? Well, we get just over 8 days of survivability within lava within Minecraft. Now, I want to address one last idea. Technically speaking, if you had access to some form of an external inventory, such as an ender chest, another player, or regular chests hooked together via a hilariously extended hopper system, you could grab items from these external sources without ever exiting the lava, and with that, you could theoretically last forever, or at the very least, last longer than your own lifetime. I mean, seriously, a double chest's worth of notch apples adds on exactly 12 days to your own survivability. To extend this to 100 real-life years, you would only need 3,042 double chests of notch apples, which will easily fit within a single Minecraft chunk. Whether or not you can actually get that many notch apples within a single world is another question. But the point of this video was to give you, the viewer, a better idea of just how long you can last in lava in Minecraft, and what steps are most effective to allow you to last as long as you can. If I did that for you, and if you enjoyed this video, then please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself, the channel, and the video quite a lot. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.